Oh.
Unlike anything Marcus had ever seen.
What is
Impossible.
that?
Don't run. I am just your friend.
Oh! Emergency, emergency. Something is coming in your room, and you have to do these few things to avoid it. You have to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't, he will come. What was that? Ah! Today we're going to react to some emergency alert horror videos until I get scared. And the first one we are reacting to is Hide Under Your Bed by SCP Realized. So, make sure to check them out, and without further ado, here we go.
You should immediately hide within your home. Something anomalous is in your immediate area, and it seeks to harm you. There is no time to run, and you cannot fight it. You must hide if you wish to stay safe.
Okay.
Hiding locations could include in wardrobes,
Can I hide under my chair?
large pieces of furniture, or under your bed. Remain silent. Remain still. Try to breathe steadily and quietly. If something enters your room, do not make any noise, and try to remain calm.
Okay.
It will only make a cursory attempt to look for you. If you are hidden, you are safe. If you make a noise while it is looking for you, it may look more thoroughly. Remain calm and stay absolutely silent.
Why does it look like that?
If it cannot find you within a few seconds, it will likely move on from your home.
Okay.
Members of the organization making this alert are working to secure the area, contain the
Well, work harder.
situation, and protect civilians. Thank you for your attention and cooperation at this time. Secure, contain, protect.
Oh, I did not like that. That was a tiny bit scary, but that didn't get me at all. Good job, SCP Realized. Alright, next one we have is Found Footage E4 Emergency Broadcast System Analog Horror by Cheech Burrito. So, make sure to check them out, and without further ado, here we go. Okay, you cannot scare me with that noise. Ah. Oh. I hate this noise! I hate that noise.
At this time it is advised that you lock all your doors and windows. Do not open the door for anyone even if it looks like a normal human being. Even if you hear your door open or window shatter, do not react. Find a safe hiding place in your home and do not make any noise. If a family member is outside, do not intend to pick them up. Make sure to turn off all television sets and radios once this broadcast is complete. I repeat, do not have your television on once this broadcast is finished. If you see anyone who looks like a human on your television set with impossible features, look away as quickly as possible.
Alright, I'll look away.
It is very important to hide all children from television sets with disturbing imagery. If you hear anyone in your yard or inside your house that sounds like a human, assume it isn't. If you have access to any loaded weaponry, make sure to have it on you at all times.
Yes.
If you see anyone who has biologically impossible features,
run and hide.
make sure to run and hide. If you see a clone of yourself or somebody else you know, run and hide. Don't try to save your pets from any harm.
Why no, puppy, no!
Because it could cost you your life. Make sure to hide your children and be prepared for the worst.
Oh. Alright, I won't, I promise. That was really eerie and creepy, but not scary. Well done, Cheech Burrito. That was really good as well. Alright, next one we have is Your School is No Longer Safe. Leave Immediately, Analog Horror by Code Red. So, make sure to check them out, and without further ado, here we go.
This is an urgent broadcast from the State Department of Academic Safety.
Okay, what is it?
Please listen carefully. This is not a drill. At 7:12 this morning, reports started coming in from multiple schools.
What?
Students say their classrooms are wrong, too big, too cold. Sometimes the windows show things that aren't outside.
Like what?
If your clock spins backwards, if you hear footsteps in the vents, if the loudspeaker calls names you don't know, do not stay in your seat. Do not answer roll call. Do not go to the main office.
Okay.
Some students say the hallways move when you're not looking, that doors open to staircases that go too far down. If you see a substitute teacher you don't recognize and no one remembers hiring them, leave your books and walk out calmly. Do not ask questions.
All right, I will not ask any
to the
questions.
staff.
No questions will be
The cafeteria
asked.
food has started tasting like ash. The mirrors in
Ash!
the bathrooms show different rooms when no one else is around. The library clocks are stuck at 11:11, even
Why?
when your watch says different.
Who's
If you
breathing?
notice these things, you are already being watched. Do not react. Do not run. Teachers
Okay.
have been reported standing completely still for hours.
What?
Mouths moving like they're whispering, but no
What?
sound comes out.
What?
Their hands twitch like something is trying to pull them from inside.
Oh!
Do not interrupt them. Do not make eye contact.
The teachers are
They're
going
listening for
crazy.
something else. The fire alarms have started ringing on their own. When they do, everyone freezes. If you move when the alarm rings, you might not find the exit you came from. It might not even be your school
A
anymore.
little scary.
If you hear an announcement telling you to stay in your classroom, check the hallway.
Yeah.
If the hallway is gone, you are no longer safe. Find a room with no windows. Lock the door.
What?
Do not answer if someone knocks, even
Okay.
if they sound like your friends.
Okay.
Since 1994, these changes have been happening quietly. They said it was just construction, just renovations. But they lied. Students who
What?
saw too much were listed as transferred,
What?
but they never showed up anywhere else. If you feel the air getting thicker, if the lights flicker and stay off longer than usual, if you hear music from the basement after sunset, do not follow it. No matter
Okay,
what
bro,
you
I
hear,
won't.
no matter who calls your name, check your backpack. If it's
Backpack?
packed with things you never owned, leave it behind. If your school bus shows up empty with no driver, do not get on. Your school is no longer safe. Leave immediately. This message will not repeat.
Don't run. I am just your friend. I want to save you.
Oh! That was good. Almost got me. That was good. Code Red, that was really good. All right, so the next one we have is if your dog starts barking at night, lock the door. Analog Horror by Red Signal Archives. So make sure to check them out. And without further ado, here we go. Use headphones for a better experience.
This message is issued by the Emergency Coordination Center.
Ooh.
Please listen closely and follow the instructions that follow.
Okay.
This is not a drill. If your dog has been exhibiting unusual nighttime barking behavior, particularly in wooded or rural areas, you need to take immediate action.
Why?
Over the past 3 weeks, we have received dozens of reports from residents living in forested regions across the county describing a disturbing pattern of animal behavior. What began as routine calls about noise complaints has evolved into something far more serious.
What?
The reports share common elements that have prompted this emergency advisory. It started on the evening of June 8th when dispatch received the first call from a resident on Timber Ridge Road.
Okay.
The caller, a retired carpenter named Marcus Chen, reported that his German Shepherd had been barking incessantly every night at exactly 11:47 p.m.
11:47?
Marcus had owned the dog, Rex, for 6 years and described their bond as extraordinary. Rex slept at the foot of his bed, accompanied him on morning walks, and had never shown signs of anxiety or unusual behavior.
Yeah.
But something had changed.
What?
For 14 consecutive nights, Rex would position himself at the back door and bark toward the tree line behind their cabin.
Oh.
Marcus said the barking wasn't aggressive or territorial like when strangers approached. It was different, protective, almost pleading.
Pleading.
Rex would look back at Marcus between barks, as if trying to communicate something urgent. When Marcus would join him at the door and shine a flashlight into the woods, he saw nothing. Just
Aw.
pine trees swaying in the darkness. But Rex would continue barking until Marcus physically led him away from the door. Similar reports flooded our lines throughout that week. A widow in Pine Hollow described her golden retriever pacing the perimeter of her property each night, whimpering and scratching at the doors. The dog would only calm down when she brought him inside and closed all the curtains. A young couple near Maple Creek reported their normally quiet beagle howling mournfully toward the forest. Behavior that began the same night as Marcus's experience.
Just keep
on
your dog
Timber
inside the
Ridge.
house.
The pattern was consistent
put it in the
across all
cage, I'm sorry.
reports. Dogs with previously
barking,
normal
yeah.
behavior suddenly becoming hyper-alert during specific nighttime hours. All the affected
Is it though?
properties bordered dense woodland. All the dogs focused their attention on the tree line, not the road or neighboring homes. and in every case, the owners described their pets as trying to position themselves between their family and whatever they sensed in the darkness.
Huh.
On June 22nd, something changed.
What?
Marcus called dispatch at 2:17 a.m., his voice shaking.
2:17 in the morning?
He said Rex had been barking as usual when they both heard it. A sound from the woods.
What?
Not an animal sound, Marcus insisted,
What
but
sound?
something else.
What?
A low, rhythmic tapping,
Oh.
like someone knocking on wood with their knuckles.
Oh.
Rex's barking became frantic, almost hysterical. Then, abruptly, the dog fell silent.
What?
Marcus heard a single, soft whimper, and then nothing. When he looked outside, Rex was sitting perfectly still, staring into the trees.
Uh-huh.
The dog's ears were flattened against his head, and Marcus said he'd never seen Rex look so afraid. The tapping sound had stopped, but Marcus felt like something was watching them from the darkness.
What?
He stayed awake until dawn, with Rex pressed against his legs, both of them listening to the silence. The next night, Rex didn't bark at all.
What?
For the first time in over 2 weeks, 11:47 p.m. came and went without incident. Marcus
What
felt
happened?
relieved, thinking whatever had been disturbing his dog had finally moved on.
I don't
But
think
his
so.
relief was short-lived.
Yeah.
3 days later, Marcus called us again. This time, Rex was barking inside the cabin. Not at the door or windows, but at the walls themselves.
The
The dog would
walls?
stand in the center of the living room and bark at the wooden walls,
Why?
from spot to spot as if tracking something moving around the perimeter of the house. Marcus said it felt like something was circling his home, staying just out of sight but close enough that Rex could sense its presence. Other residents reported similar changes in their dog's behavior. The nighttime barking had stopped, but now their pets were agitated during daylight hours, refusing to go outside and cowering when their owners approached windows.
Uh-huh.
Several people mentioned feeling watched while doing routine outdoor activities like checking the mail or bringing in groceries. On June 28th, Marcus had his encounter. He
Encounter.
was splitting wood behind his cabin around
What was
3
the
p.m.
encounter?
when Rex began barking from inside the house. Through the window, Marcus could see his dog pawing frantically at the back door. That's when he noticed the shadow.
The
At
shadow?
the edge of the tree line stood a figure
Oh.
unlike anything Marcus had ever seen.
What is
Impossibly
that?
tall, maybe 8 or 9 feet. With
8 or
limbs that
9
seemed too long
feet?
for its frame. The figure was perfectly still, just watching him.
Nah.
Marcus described feeling an overwhelming sense of wrongness, as if his mind couldn't fully process what he was looking at.
Nah.
The figure's proportions were human, but stretched, distorted in a way that made Marcus's
It's like a
vision
Demogorgon
blur
from
when he
Stranger
tried to
Things.
focus on details. Marcus dropped his axe and
Oh.
backed toward the house, never taking his eyes off the
Why
figure.
is it like
He said
that?
his head tracked his
Ugh.
movement with an unnatural smoothness, like it was floating rather than attached to a neck.
Oh,
When Marcus
no.
reached for the door handle, he heard Rex barking turn to whimpering. The dog was pressed against the inside of the door, trembling. As Marcus fumbled with the lock, he heard footsteps. Not the crack of twigs or rustle of leaves
Oh,
you'd expect
no.
from someone walking through the
Oh,
forest,
no.
but a soft, deliberate padding, like bare feet on moss.
Oh.
The sound was getting closer.
Oh.
Marcus finally got the door open and stumbled inside, immediately deadbolting it behind him. When he looked out the window, the figure was gone.
Okay.
That evening, Marcus discovered that Rex was different. The dog no longer came when called.
Oh,
He
no.
wouldn't eat his regular food and refused to sleep in the
The
bedroom.
skinwalker.
Instead, Rex positioned himself by the front door and stayed there, alert and motionless. When Marcus tried to pet him, Rex flinched away.
What?
It was as if something had been taken from the dog, some essential part of his
no.
personality erased. Marcus isn't the only one who's encountered this figure. Local authorities have received 17 similar reports. over the past
17?
month, all describing the same impossibly tall presence
17
lurking at the
reports?
edges
Oh,
of
heck
wooded
no.
properties. Some
They're all
witnesses
skinwalkers.
describe it as native to the area, something
Native?
that's always
No.
been in these forests. Others tell more
Definitely not
disturbing
native.
stories. A hunting party from the reservation 20 miles north reported seeing tracks near their camp 3 years ago. Footprints that were human-shaped but nearly 2 feet long, pressed deep into the mud as if made by something incredibly heavy. The tribal elders they consulted spoke of old warnings about things that walk between the trees, entities that take pieces of what they encounter. They said dogs could sense these beings long before humans ever could, and that a dog's protection should never be ignored. We've also received reports of missing items from properties where encounters have occurred. Not valuable objects, but personal things.
Okay.
A child's favorite toy. A wedding ring left on a nightstand. A photograph from a mantelpiece. The items disappear without any sign of forced entry, as if they simply vanish from existence.
Weird.
Witnesses describe these disappearances happening in the days following their encounters with the tall figure. What concerns us most is the pattern we're seeing in the affected animals. Dogs that once provided comfort and companionship to their families are becoming withdrawn and fearful. Some refuse to enter certain rooms of their homes. Others won't go outside at all, even during daylight hours.
Crazy.
Veterinary examinations reveal no physical ailments, but the behavioral changes appear to be permanent. Based on our investigation, we've identified 3 distinct stages in these encounters.
What?
Stage 1 is recognition. Your dog begins exhibiting protective behavior, typically during late evening hours.
Okay.
The animal focuses on wooded areas and appears to be tracking something you cannot see. This stage can last for days or weeks, with the behavior occurring at consistent times. Stage 2 is contact. Something acknowledges your dog's awareness. You may hear unusual sounds from the forest, experience electronic interference with phones or radios, or notice changes in your pet's behavior patterns. The dog's protective instincts intensify, and they may attempt to prevent you from going outside or approaching windows. Stage 3 is aftermath. Following direct visual contact with the entity, both you and your pet are permanently changed. Dogs lose aspects of their personality and become withdrawn from their families. Witnesses report ongoing feelings of being observed and experience the disappearance of personal items from their homes. If you are currently experiencing Stage 1 behavior from your dog, take these precautions immediately.
I'm
Do not
experiencing
ignore
stage
your
0.
pet's warnings. When your dog exhibits protective behavior toward wooded areas, bring them inside and secure all entry points to your home. Close curtains and blinds to prevent outside observation.
Will do.
Do not attempt to investigate what your dog is alerting you to.
I will not
especially
investigate.
during nighttime hours.
I will not do that.
If you hear unusual sounds from the forest, such as rhythmic tapping or unnatural movement, do not investigate.
Okay.
These sounds appear to be attempts at communication or luring behavior. Remain indoors with your pet until daylight.
All right.
Several witnesses who investigated these sounds reported immediate escalation to Stage 2 encounters. Never leave your dog outside overnight if they are exhibiting these warning behaviors. The animal's protective instincts are specifically focused on keeping your family safe, and separating them from you during these episodes appears to intensify the entity's interest in your property. If you have reached Stage 2 and are experiencing daylight intrusions or direct sightings, contact law enforcement immediately. Do not attempt to approach or communicate with the entity. Witnesses who have tried to interact with the figure report severe psychological after effects and accelerated progression to Stage 3 conditions. We want to emphasize that this phenomenon appears to be spreading throughout our county's forested regions. What began as isolated incidents in remote areas is now being reported in suburban neighborhoods that border woodland. The entity shows particular interest in properties where families have strong bonds with their pets, suggesting it may be drawn to emotional connections between humans and animals. Multiple search teams have attempted to track this entity through the forests, but these efforts have been unsuccessful. The being appears to move through terrain without leaving consistent tracks and seems capable of avoiding detection by conventional means. However, it cannot hide from the natural instincts of domestic animals, which is why your dog's warnings are crucial to your family's safety.
3
families have already experienced the full progression of these encounters, and all report permanent changes to their lives. The dogs involved no longer provide the same companionship and protection they once offered their families. More concerning, Each family has lost personal items that held significant emotional value, objects that cannot be replaced, and whose absence creates ongoing distress. We are working with tribal consultants and wildlife experts to better understand this phenomenon, but our primary concern is preventing additional encounters. The pattern suggests that early intervention during stage 1 can break the cycle of escalation.
Okay.
Your dog's protective behavior is not random anxiety or territorial display. It is a warning system that has evolved over thousands of years of domestication, and it should be trusted absolutely.
All right.
This broadcast will repeat every 4 hours until further notice. Emergency services are coordinating response efforts, but the remote nature of affected areas means response times may be extended. Your best protection is immediate compliance with these safety guidelines and complete trust in your pet's instincts.
Okay.
Remember, if your dog is barking at the woods at night, something is watching you from the darkness.
Oh.
The silence that follows isn't peace, it's patience. And when that silence ends, it may already be too late to protect what the entity has come to take.
Oh. Well, that was a lot of information. Did you guys write that down? Because I don't know if I did. All right, the next one we have is Emergency Broadcast by Minced Kidneys. So make sure to check them out. And without further ado, here we go. Oh, gosh. This noise again. Attention. Emergency Broadcast.
Attention, this is an emergency broadcast. The eyes have escaped.
Huh?
To stay safe, you will need to follow these 3 steps.
What?
Whatever you do, do not go outside. Close
Okay.
your curtains. If you have any alternative ways of blocking your windows, please do so.
Okay.
Keep your eyes as closed as possible. We encourage you to wear a blindfold just in case.
Alright.
If for any reason you have decided not to follow the 3 steps, make sure not to look at the eyes.
What
If
eyes?
you meet eye contact with them, even for a split second, then there is no hope.
Huh?
If you encounter anyone
Ooh.
with red eyes, then there is no hope.
What?
If you encounter an oculoid, then there is no hope.
What?
If you
Okay, I'm
encounter
scared.
Whoa! No
Whoa!
hope.
Help me? Oh my
Please
gosh.
refrain from coming into physical
Uh-uh.
contact with anyone infected. You will become like them. If you are in possession of a firearm, please do not hesitate to arm yourself.
What?
To sum up, do not go outside and make sure not to look at the eyes. And remember, there is no hope.
Oh! Yeah, that was it. That one got me. Oh, I did not like that one. That got me. That really got me. Good job, Minced Kidneys. You did it. If you guys want me to react to more emergency alert horror videos, make sure to comment down below, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you all later.
Bye.